As the summer is coming to an end and the NBA season is on the horizon, the Chicago Bulls and their breakout guard Josh Giddey have yet to come to a long-term contract agreement. This has many thinking perhaps the unthinkable will happen, and Josh Giddey will opt for the Bulls' tender offer of around $11 million to play the upcoming season, which will see Giddey become an unrestricted free agent, meaning he will have a right to negotiate with any NBA team, and the Chicago Bulls will not have the luxury of matching any offers he receives. Most NBA analysts and fans truly felt that the Bulls and Giddey would eventually come to an agreement in spite of the fact that Giddey was asking for $30 million a season, and the Bulls were stubbornly keeping their offers in the $20 to $23 million range. This has become a stalemate situation, and time is running out on making a deal. If no deal is reached over the coming weeks, Giddey will settle for $11 million, and the Bulls will potentially have a bargain guard in 2025 to 26, which will help them free up extra cash, which could bring in added talent. What has possibly played out in this situation is a new element to the NBA free agent negotiating process. New cap rules have changed the NBA in that teams can no longer violate the cap without harsh punishments in the future, where even bigger market teams will struggle if they don't play their hand judiciously. For now, the days are gone when big market teams like Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, and others could simply spend their way out of trouble. The new NBA rules punish teams not only in the pocket, but also in the ability to retain future draft picks. With this in mind, we need to consider what both sides of the stalemate between Giddey and the Bulls are thinking. From Giddey's point of view, he feels he's worth a long-term deal that pays him around $150 million over 5 years. In his mind, the Bulls are trying to take advantage of his services by using financial constraints to convince the Giddey camp that he needs to accept that the NBA is changing and he's going to need to be happy with less. The Bulls have a valid point in this respect, as finances have changed in the NBA, and they feel that spending so much money would be imprudent, especially because Giddey only recently began performing at a higher level as he took on extra minutes with virtually no negative changes to his per-minute statistics, unlike many breakout players who do not continue to perform at the high efficiency they had achieved in much lower minutes. This is a positive for Giddey's case, but the fact of the matter is that Giddey only has a half a season of all-star-like play, which bodes well for Chicago's case to pay Giddey more in line with $23 million. So this is where we stand in the Giddey-Chicago stalemate. And what unfolds is looking to be very interesting. If both sides play hardball, Josh will play for $11 million this upcoming season. He will have a chance to prove the Bulls wrong by playing at an all-star level for an entire season, which will certainly earn him a rich long-term deal next year for the highest bidder, which could end up being even more than the $30 million Giddey is currently seeking. If the Bulls are right, and Giddey isn't exactly what he appears to be, they will have avoided a costly long-term deal that would cripple the once perennial championship contender once again. Instead, the Bulls would be in a position to humble Giddey into signing a deal more in line with what they are currently offering, if not less, and the Bulls could still compete with other Josh Giddey suitors even if he is an unrestricted free agent next year. The situation being played out will certainly give the rest of the NBA some valuable insight into how the future NBA negotiating process could look, as more players could opt to take their tender offers when they can't get the long-term deals they want and vie for unrestricted free agency. This could especially be the case when the majority of NBA teams are struggling with the salary cap like they are this season. The days of spending their way out of trouble in the NBA are fading, which is forcing teams to rethink rich long-term deals. There are serious consequences to signing such deals going forward, and this will certainly cause NBA executives and their team of negotiators to proceed with caution. Players in such situations will also need to adapt the situation by accepting less money until they have truly proven themselves to be worthy of rich paydays, which is probably a good thing for teams, players, and fans alike. Nobody likes seeing an individual earning more than they're worth, and everyone agrees that a player who's producing at a high level is worth every bit of the big money they get. It has become much too easy for players to use small sample sizes in playing time, and the threat of leaving an organization to demand a ton of money at an early age, which often leads to disappointment as they get soft and fail to live up to the contract, leaving fans bitter as their favorite teams go broke, leading to years of mediocrity. While this Josh Giddey situation is foreign to NBA observers, it doesn't mean it's not a good thing. The NBA contract situation has been broken for quite some time, and perhaps this new, more thoughtful approach to signing long-term deals may be exactly what the league needs.